A lot of people wonder what we're about.
You got that right, girl.
Well, I mean, we're females.
Yeah, we're definitely females, but that's obvious.
But we're disabled females, and that gets people kind of...
Some people are ignorant.
That's true.
But we're like this new
generation.
Yeah, we're like disabled, female, and proud.
Yeah, disabled, female, and proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I look in the mirror, the only one there is me. Every freckle on my face is where it's supposed to be. And I know I created it and make no mistakes on me. My feet, my thighs, my lips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see. My favorite girl from the video. And I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen.
Tell me in your own words, what does it mean to be disabled?
A disability is when you are not capable of doing certain things.
Hi, my name's Chris Martinez. I'm 17. I'll be a junior in Curie High School this fall. Do you think it's possible to catch a disability?
Catch a disability?
Yeah, easy.
I mean, I think you can get disabled, like, yeah, of course, but...
I think so.
I used to walk, but 2 years ago, 2 months before my 15th birthday, I became disabled and in a wheelchair.
What would you do if you got a disability, if you had a disability?
I would try to deal with it the best way I can. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can still do things that people that can do.
My outside life got messed up by my condition. My boyfriend and I broke up after a long relationship. My friends didn't come over and call me like they used to. And when I went outside, everybody would stare at me like I was weird or something. What is the most common misunderstanding about a disability?
Oh, I don't know. There's, I guess, fear. People are afraid. They don't know how to approach us. They don't know how to talk to us. I think it's just fear.
More than half of the public feel awkward or embarrassed when encountering a disabled person.
I was teased in grammar school about my disability and everybody made fun of me.
Hi, my name is Alicia Costelli. I was born with a disability. My disability is epilepsy.
If I had a seizure, they would back up and say, "Ooh, look at her, you know, she's like having an attack." And that's why I really never had friends in grammar school.
My name is Joanna Munoz.
My name is Fannie Mae Outlaw.
My name is Tyra Roden. How do you feel when people talk about other people with disabled?
I think that's a sense of ignorance. I think that lack of understanding causes people to talk down to people.
Sometimes other people tell me why am I not in a wheelchair, and they don't treat me with respect when I tell them I don't want to talk, and that makes me feel really upset.
In grammar school, I sometimes get called out my name, get picked on, and I was really slow at learning things.
Like when your friends come over and they say they ain't got no disability, that means they trying to call you slow, but you really ain't slow. You just got a learning disorder from them.
I really hated it, because I never messed with anybody.
Do you think a person with a disability is bad?
No, I really do not. I think that, I just think it's a person nonetheless, just like everybody else.
Hi, my name is Dawn. Y'all know me. My name is Dawn. You know, Queen Diva. And I was born with spina bifida.
How do you think TV portrays people with disabilities?
Well, if they're portrayed at all, not very well.
Something that engenders pity or tragedy or superhero.
Seems like the characters they have that are disabled are usually played by actors who are not really disabled.
It really angers me because I am an actor and a playwright, and hey, we're out there, we can do the work just as good as, quote, someone who can pretend to do it.
Hi, my name is Ashley Kennedy.
My name is Keisha Alexander. I have spina bifida.
And I have a disability called microcephalia.
Students with disabilities are 3 times less likely to finish high school.
And I haven't been to school for like 5 weeks now. And my mom's still trying to get me in school.
I really get real frustrated and stuff.
They can't accept me because some of these schools are not like special ed or something like that.
That's why I'm always at home with my mama.
They never take our phone calls and never call back. They won't take our calls.
They think that we can't do anything, we can't learn, we will never succeed, so why waste their time teaching us?
Well then,
which is not true.
Because I had a learning disability, they told me that I would have to stay in high school for 5 years, but actually I was there for 4 years. That turned out very good for me because I don't want people to think that I'm not capable of doing what other people are able to do.
We have rights just like the next person, but they don't see that. What they see is us as handicapped people that can't do anything for ourselves.
My name is Nico Eccles, and I have a seizure disorder as well as cerebral palsy. And I also have a visual impairment.
You remember my story of trying to get involved in that TV production class?
The what production?
The TV production. They made videos and stuff and teach students who are interested in careers in journalism how to run TV equipment. They finally broke down and told the truth and said, the reason your daughter can't be in this class is because the teachers aren't willing to adapt the equipment. And my first thought was, now wait a minute, I may be legally blind and I may not be able to do stuff with the video equipment, but at least I could do the audio equipment.
Hi, my name is Veronica Martinez. I am a junior in high school and I have 1 more year. And I have a best friend, which her name is Crystal. I've tried to help her with her disability. And if I haven't met her right now, I wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing right now.
Me and Veronica are at this new school, Curie. Since juniors and seniors get to go out for lunch, I wanted to go out. So I went to this one teacher. He told me that I could not go out because I'm on the yellow bus. But mostly everybody on the yellow bus is disabled.
That's just wrong. That's just really wrong. They can go outside and eat lunch like everybody else if they have disabilities.
We'll fight for it because it's our rights, and we need to show people that we could do anything we want to do.
We don't need someone walking to go with us, non-disabled to go with us, AIDS to go with us. We should be able to do everything like non-disabled people do.
Because when we get older and we get out of high school, if they keep on doing this to us, we're not going to be able to do anything on our own when we get out of high school. That's not helping us at all.
I got a disability, and can't nobody stop me from telling me don't go out because you got a disability. I'm going to walk right out that door.
Hello, my name is Tara.
I'm too crazy. I came to this world a very happy girl, as you can see. I came with a disability called cerebral palsy, as for short they call it CP. My disability doesn't put me down. I want to know more, I want to do more. This disability will not put me down.
Do you think an individual with a disability could live in college campuses?
Going to college for many people is a big step, but it's a giant step for individuals who have disabilities.
What advice would you give a disabled student about to go to college?
What advice I would give? I don't know.
You have to look at different colleges and see if they have the right support services that you might need, such as accessible dorms, accessible classroom buildings, and accessible lecture halls.
Make sure you do your work or you're gonna fall behind. That's the worst thing in college, you know, as long as you're getting your work done.
You may have a lighter course load than other students, but you may have to work just as hard as they do to get that work done on time, get a good grade, and still have time to be a disability activist either within the college or in your community.
Hi, my name is Shaka Stova. What do you think about the accessibility in Chicago? Do you think there needs to be more?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of lacks of even services and accessibility, but as far as accessibility goes, we have a long way to go still. But I think we're making progress and steps, but very slowly.
The freaking trains all need to be accessible. You know, like the Brown line, there's only one accessible stop from what I gathered. And we just went to a concert yesterday and it was super cool. But it took us like 2 different buses to get there and we walked like 2 miles. It was insane. And if we could have just jumped on the Brown line, it would have been like, boom, done. But the elevator was broken, so I couldn't even, the one accessible stop wasn't even accessible.
85% of the public believes that jobs, housing, transportation, and public places should be more accessible.
Access to decent health care, access to decent technology and equipment so that disabled people can compete, access to jobs, access to housing, physical access to just buildings and bathrooms, but you know, mostly it's just access to power.
There was a time where I wanted to go to a camp with my brother, and they wouldn't let me go because I had a disability, and they weren't letting me go because of liability, I think it was. I didn't want to lower myself down to their level, so I just got over it and said, you know what, I'm just going to forget about it. You know what, I don't care what they say, and I don't care what they think, because you know what, I'm better than that.
Well, has anyone else around here ever had an experience where, because of your disability and for no other reason that you can figure out, someone has just blocked you from doing something?
That's stupid. Oh yeah. Are you sure you can do this job? I don't think you can, honey.
The majority of people with disabilities are unemployed despite the fact that they want to work.
Okay, well, can I please just apply for this job to see if I can get it or not? No, I don't think so, honey. Something might happen and then it's gonna be our fault and stuff. I'm like, what's gonna happen, lady? I'm like, you act like I'm gonna die or something. All I'm doing is counting money, you know.
I fill out my applications for one job, I get interviewed, and then I don't get picked. Then I go for another job interview, same thing happens.
But what is it in people's heads that makes them see us like we're little children, like we're infants and we have to be watched and babysat?
They're not in our shoes, and so they see us different. They don't see us as we see ourselves.
Somebody with a disability, it won't be able to do different kind of jobs. But you know, they have to do like a lot of work,
lot of standing up, lots running. I don't know, I'm a waitress and I cannot imagine somebody with a disability doing something like that, carrying a heavy tray. Not even a healthy person sometimes can do it, I don't know. But it must be like something the person with disability can do. They cannot walk, they can stand and some typing, they can do, I don't know, elevators, they can work with computers, they'll be in one place, not need to run, not need to walk, and
30% of Americans would be concerned if a coworker had a disability.
But see, they're also stereotyping them too. They say, well, they're in a wheelchair, they have a disability, so they can't do anything for themselves. So
Just like
they
Pinocchio.
shouldn't be able to go out. Right.
Right.
So they figure, well, if they go out, we're responsible for them, so we might as well keep them in. And it's like keeping them in a jar or
But
something.
we could also do something about it. Right now, I'm working with the mayor's office with people with disabilities. They showed me how to advocate for myself and how to do things for me when I'm older and how to be financially independent for myself.
Would you date a person with a disability?
Almost half of Americans would be uncomfortable if their child dated someone with a disability.
To me, it would all depends on what their disability is.
I think a lot of negative stuff about myself. For example, I say I'm not pretty enough for guys to look at. Guys that are around my age and my taste.
So has anyone in this room ever been in love?
I've been down that road so many times. My stepdad, he asked me one day, I know you were sexually active before, but now that you're in a wheelchair, do you feel those same desires and feelings inside? And I told him yes, and it kind of made me uncomfortable, not just because that's my stepdad, but because he was asking me that like I'm not a person.
Well, how does it make you feel, though, that they think we're people that wouldn't even be interested in sex?
You know what? I tell you this. They make people, they so naive, you know. It's funny to me because they actually think people that are disabled can't be sexy, they can't have sex, they can't have kids. That's not true, you know.
Do you think a person with a disability will be a good parent?
That's a hard question. I think that it would be their decision. You know, they know what their limitations are, pretty much for the most part. And if they feel that they can handle this situation, then, you know, yes. But, you know, I think that it should be their decision, more so than anybody else's.
3/4 of the public say they feel pity when they see a disabled person.
I was born with a disability called cerebral palsy, and when I was 6 to the age of 12, I was walking around on my 2 feet because when I was little they put me in physical therapy and then I was able to walk. I was doing fine up until the age of 11. I slipped and fell on the bathroom floor at school and I broke my hip in 3 places, and then I was told when I came to from the surgery that I would have to be in a wheelchair and learn to walk all over again. I didn't want to accept the fact that I was going to be in a wheelchair because I liked the feeling of being normal.
47% of the public is afraid because what happened to a person with a disability might happen to them. What would you do if you got a disability?
I would pray to God and hope that He would bless me to just be like everybody else.
When I was growing up as a child, I would watch my sisters play outside and watch them jump rope, run and everything, and I would just look out and I would just kind of like cry because I couldn't run and I couldn't jump rope. Now, in my high school years, it was totally awful because I would get talked about and put down because of my disability. I thought maybe committing suicide would be the answer to everything, and I won't have to deal with going to school and having people to talk about me and putting me down for no reason.
When you have a disability, it's real hard.
They call me stupid, slow, you can't do this, you don't know how to do that, you know.
I used to argue with myself because I was in a wheelchair, and I kept seeing other people walking, and I always try to hit myself or do something that get really mad at myself. And now that I see things different, now I don't care. I don't care if I'm in a wheelchair. I'm proud of myself.
I was put here on earth for a reason, and that reason is to live and share my story with other people. I'm like, what's normal to you, you know? What is normal? What's the definition?
There is no such thing.
I know.
I just feel proud being disabled.
What did you feel when you heard about the parade?
I thought it was awesome.
It's time, march!
Once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long.
We're here live at the Disability Pride Parade.
How many of you out there today are proud to be disabled?
Do you find disabled women attractive?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can be attractive.
My disability didn't change the person I was.
A disabled person might not find me attractive, you know, so I mean, it's all in the person.
But it did change the way I feel and look at life.
My goal is to become a teacher
I want to become a nurse's assistant.
and a basketball coach. I have a disability, but I'm proud of my disability.
The college I want to go to is DePaul to major in computer programming.
I want to be a writer or be on TV.
On my own real estate company so that I can help build accessible, affordable apartments for people with disability.
Don't be ashamed of your disability. Come open, be open. Don't be afraid.
The career goal I have in mind is journalism.
Get a job working with computers because I love computers.
A lawyer and financially independent.
Do like elementary math with kids.
I will be taking up elementary ed.
My major in college is to be a computer programmer. So that's what I want to do to look towards my future.
If anybody says a visually impaired person can't do video, I just show them the proof.